Soon after their encounter with the buggy pirates, they land at Syrup Village, where they see a bunch of children and an older teen watching them. The children, as soon as spotting the pirate flag, decide to run away. The older teen sits there and starts spouting off about how he has 8 million followers or something like that. Luffy, using observation haki, quickly determines that this isn't the truth and that he's lying. Usopp, being defeated with his lie seen through, takes them to the village because Luffy mentioned that he was hungry, where they ate at the restaurant and they start discussing what they're there for. Nami tells Usopp that they're there to look for a ship. Luffy's curious about this and also asks Usopp. Usopp explains to the crew that there's only one person on the island who'd be able to help him with that, which is a sickly kid named Kaya, who was an orphan after she lost her parents to disease. Usopp soon leaves after that, but after talking to the children, Luffy and the crew soon realize that Usopp is going to see Kaya, and he entertains Kaya with the stories that are lies that he tells, which makes Luffy realize that Usopp's not such a bad person despite being a liar. Things go as normal, with Usopp finding out Kiro's plot, and with the crew going to fight the Kiro pirates at the shore. But it's a much easier fight. Luffy at this point can just basically destroy everybody in the first half of the Grand Line. I'm at the first half of the Grand Line, let alone the Blues. Luffy still ends up getting hypnotized, but instead of breaking the bow of the ship, he lifts the entire ship and just decimates the entirety of Kuro's crew with it. With Kuro's crew defeated and the crew basically having nothing to do, they just sit around until they see Kuro, who explains his plan. He then attacks the crew. Luffy's pretty surprised by this, seeing as Kuro's pretty fast, and he didn't expect to see anyone this fast outside the first half, outside of the Grand Line. Luffy doesn't attack back or counterattack because he's more interested in Kuro's movements and just continues dodging them in awe that someone could be this fast in such a weak sea. After Luffy sees his moves for a bit, he eventually gets bored and just destroys Kuro. With Kuro destroyed, the day is saved. Luffy goes to meet Usopp, where he finds out that Kuro was the one poisoning Kaya. After this, Luffy invites Usopp to the crew, and Kaya gives the crew a ship, and they go on their way. Usopp and Luffy are aiming a cannon. They still end up hitting the mountain as in the original, which causes Johnny to board the ship and attack them, thinking that they were trying to kill Yosuke and Johnny. Well, Johnny still gets destroyed in this one. In the exact same way, really. Because Luffy, he didn't think to use any haki against this small fry. And he gets completely destroyed. After this, Zoro recognizes Johnny. And Johnny brings Yosuke on the boat where Nami cures him of his scurvy. And they still end up heading for the Baratier. When they pull up to the Baratier, they see a marine ship which Lieutenant Fullbody's on. It still goes up in the original where Fullbody calls them no-name pirates and attacks their ship. But inside this timeline, the cannonball never hits the Baratier because Luffy, instead of blowing it away, he literally just flicks it into the ocean, which just ends all of this. Oh, and I forgot to mention, Yosuke and Johnny still get like wrecked by Lieutenant Fullbody as in the original. Okay, Fullbody heads inside the restaurant and mocks Sanji by wasting food, and he gets destroyed by Sanji too. And Jin still escapes from the ship and shoots the Marines and asks for food and gets his ass kicked by the one cook. Sanji still feeds Jin and everything plays out the same, but this time Luffy doesn't owe any work and he's just eating at the restaurant as normal. He decides not to get involved because why would he when this has nothing to do with him and there's no real danger. Luffy asks Sanji to join his crew. Sanji refuses, the same as the original. Jin leaves, but little does Sanji know that Jin's bringing someone to the Baratier. We all know this person as Don Krieg. We're gonna leave that for the next part.